Hello everybody and welcome to another video. In this video is going to be my Air Tycoon 4 series. Now last time we were doing some more 77 routes, and I knocked that by accident. We were going from Los Angeles, but today you might have noticed why I haven't been doing Air Tycoon 4. That's because one, I wasn't really motivated to do it, and two, I kind of forgotten about it. Kind of a mix of both, to be honest. But I'm kind of getting back into it. So what I'm going to be doing is, because it's basically been for the last 4 episodes just a repeat of just 77 routes, put them in, 77 routes, put them in, I want to shake things up. So today we are going to be doing some routes, but I want to start doing them going between all sorts of cities. So I think that we've pretty much satisfied not all the demand from LA, but what I think we should do is, I'm not going to satisfy all of the demand from the smaller places. I'm just going to go for the bigger places at first, because that's where the money's going to be brought in. So we're going to be going from everywhere, so just basically I'm just going to see a route that I think is popular, and then like Denver to Chicago, for example. Denver there, what's that? That's got 375. Chicago's got 383 and 440, so I'll be doing routes like that, and just having them at full price with 77-800s, and that should bring in some more money for us, because I want to get on to doing some more long haul routes, because I think that's kind of the problem I had with the original, and what was it? I don't know what I called it now. Basically, Air UK group, that was it, yeah. The airline where I'm basing this off, where I'm actually setting up routes, I was basically doing like a streamlined airline where I have one aircraft specifically designed for cross-country services, if you like, and like a specific market, and then long-haul routes with one other aircraft. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be carrying on setting up residents in 700, but as I said, do this. What I'm going to be doing different this time, though, is I'm basically wanting to do this for the whole episode, so this will be a pretty big time lapse. I don't know, I might stop halfway through and just show you a few routes and just see what I've done, and then just say I've got to this point or whatever, and then I might carry on or something like that. But basically I just want to do the whole episode as time-lapse and just get a bunch of routes set up, because I just want to get past, I want to get more and more money, because we need it, because as much as we've got, how many routes have we got? Got 39 routes, got one spare aircraft there, but I want to cover the US market. I want to get at least the big city squared away. So as I said, like going from like Denver to Chicago, Chicago to Atlanta to Dallas, and just everywhere that I can, and that will basically be this episode. Once we've done that, then hopefully next episode we can at least start setting up some long haul, because I want to try and do some. I'm not going to do loads. I'll just do primary routes to start with. I'll probably do like 80, I think I said what I was going to get, like 80-30s, I think, or something like that, possibly 77, I don't know what I'm going to get, but I'm just going to get something like that, and then I'm going to set it up on routes, like popular places, so like New York to London sort of thing, which I'll do, and then like Los Angeles to Tokyo, something like that, but I will be doing things like that, but I will not do them, like, I won't be doing like a sort of massive thing like I'm doing here, and basically this is just going to be the cash cow, and then I can just do the whole long haul thing, which is what I've been wanting to do. So anyway, let's get started. I'll get you some more money, hopefully. Okay, so pretty much nearly an hour after I started recording, we have now finally got all of these routes in. As you can see, the map looks very different than it did at the start of the episode. We started with 39 routes, we now have 66. So that's kind of the work I've been doing. As you can see, I've got 66 there with 2 Ibirdball there and 1 more in order. I've actually got to the point now where about every 6 months, basically after Christmas and just before the summer, I'm in August right now, I can get 2 737s at once. So in fact, as you can see, I can get 2 right now because I've got over 185 million, I think it is, to get 2. Yeah, we are starting to get a lot more money now, and I think that we probably are starting to get into the realms of actually starting to buy some significantly larger aircraft to start setting up some longer haul routes, and I'll actually get a bit closer than I was quite far back here. Don't know if you noticed that, but I guess I'll just show you which routes we went to, because we went to a lot. I basically look where we're not going to Los Angeles. Okay, God. Got a lot. So we went from Denver to Chicago, Chicago to New York, Atlanta, Chicago to New York, New York to Atlanta, Atlanta to Houston, Houston to Toronto. As you can see, basically the place where I went last, and then set up a route from there. And I was like, yeah, Atlanta to Houston, Houston to Toronto, Toronto to San Francisco, San Francisco to Chicago, Chicago to Atlanta, Atlanta to Charlotte, Charlotte to Mexico City, Mexico City to Denver, Denver to Boston, Boston to Phoenix, Phoenix to Detroit, Detroit to Dallas, which apparently was like exactly 1,000 miles if I remember correctly, or like 999 or something like that. Dallas to Philadelphia, Philadelphia to San Diego, San Diego to Washington, Washington to San Francisco, San Francisco to Washington, Houston to Chicago, Chicago to Toronto, Toronto to Atlanta, Atlanta to San Francisco, San Francisco to Detroit, Detroit to Orlando, and Orlando to Denver. Good grief, that's a lot of routes. But it means we can make a lot of money. As you can see, I went to places which were just really popular, so that means that I'll be able to basically make full price, like full profit on them, like pretty much all the time of the year. When I say full profit, I mean like 100% occupancy, 100% profit, so like 4 million, like consistently. So we should be making quite a bit of money, which is kind of the point of this. Then we can start thinking about setting up routes to like outlying places where like ones that have a lower popularity, then start thinking about long haul routes. But I just wanted to get this all completely done because we were starting to get a bit low on cash, and I was wanting to move things on with the series. I don't want to just be completely stuck like this. And so I guess we can start up some routes with the 2 that we have now, just to end up the episode. I'm pretty sure this is going to be pretty long anyway, so don't hold out for a very short episode today. I'm pretty sure it's going to be very long. Let's go to New York, because why not? Let's just go there then. 1,624 miles. I didn't actually have too many problems with trying to guess the amount of slots. I've got quite good at it now. And 1624 miles, that would be about 14 or 13? I'm going to guess 13. Usually what I do is what I think it is, I'll take one off or add one on, just depending on like whether it's a short route or long route sort of thing. So that's usually how I do it. So what was it? 13 I needed to get. And as I can see, I had to like move the runways around. You might have seen at the start my camera it was kind of angled wrong, but then I sorted that out. And also I found out that because this is actually, I have to do like 2 recordings, because with the setting that I've got it on, like the quality I've got it on my camera, I can only record for like half an hour at a time pretty much, or just under half an hour. So what I have to do is like start it again, and I didn't notice. I saw it was getting low, so I was like, oh, I'm going to have to start again. And what the hell just happened there? Yeah, I was like, oh, I need to start again. So you basically missed, I think, the first time I actually got well, I'm pretty sure you missed it the first time I actually managed to order 2 aircraft at once, but it's probably going to be at something like 16 times speed because it's so long. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have like 2 or 3 songs for that time lapse. It's not going to be completely and yeah, just like one song in the middle, because I did take up a very significant part of the episode. I don't know, I might have sorted out 15. Wow, I massively outguessed that, didn't I? That happened a few times, but most of the time I did actually manage to get, it was either bang on, or it was either like 1 too many, but sometimes, like this time, it was like 1 or 2 too less, but this is actually one of the only times it's actually 2 too less. So kind of not very good on me, is it, for doing it the second I come back out from the time lapse. So right, where was this? It was Denver to New York. Set up routes with this. Price can stay the same. Let me just put in the cabin service or duty-free stuff, same thing. We don't have duty free on this because it's a domestic route. Can kids gift fill that in? No, it can't. Fill that in, get that to 60%, that's what I mean. You know what I mean. If you know what I mean. Noodle soup, will that work? Nope. I found out that basically noodle soup, it loses its ability to be 40% down here, tied to 200%. It loses that ability after about 1,400 miles or something like that, like in between 1,400 and 1,500 miles, because I set up a route, I can't remember which one it was, but basically I set up a route that was had 1,446 miles. It was that route, and it had still had 40% on that noodle soup. So I think that's about the limits of what it can achieve. Just remembered I have the other route to do. So from New York to, where can I go to? Let's go to Phoenix, because I haven't really been there that much. Basically looking out places where I haven't actually covered that much. So like low ones that haven't got very many slots. So in fact, no, let's not go to Phoenix, let's go to somewhere that's actually got low slots, as I just said to myself. Not Charlotte. I guess we could go to Washington. That'll be a very short route, but why not? 227, that's basically 33, because I did one, in fact I did Atlanta to Charlotte, which I think was 226 miles, and so this is going to be just the 33 slots again. So what was it, 33? This is the sort of thing that goes on in the time-lapse, so just when I'm not talking, that's just basically what goes on in my mind. I can't really think. In fact, I've not checked the miles on the route and then set up slots with it, and I'll put just like 30 slots in there, and then realise it's like there's like 21,000 miles. It's like 2,100 miles, and I'm like, what are you doing? Okay, so that doesn't actually make any sense. So right, 20 there, and then plus another 13 like that. There we go. How many routes was it? With I forgot, after 66 or now 68. So that's basically nearly 30 routes, 29 routes I set up in one episode, which I think is pretty good going on my part. Can that get up to, no, I can't, I was going to say, can it get up to 60%? Because sometimes if the route is so short, you can basically just do drinks and it goes up to 60% on that. And so quite cool. I'm guessing which I got 33 on that, I didn't actually check. I think we did, there we go. So in fact I can order 2 more now, can't I? Yes, I can. So let's just go do that then. I'll just order 2 more, then go through August to see how much money that we make from that turn, because we basically, like the second turn after I started the time-lapse, we hit 100 million, sorry, in profit. So right, we've got all the stuff ordered. How much profit do you reckon? I reckon about 140 million. That's probably a bit too high, he says. Jesus Christ. The thing is, I only get like kind of 2 indicators when the profit's going to go up, because in the Christmas period, it goes up. It's basically the July profits, so it's not full August type profits, which is the highest in the year. So that is the highest it can actually go. So 661 million. I think it topped out about 140 million before actually, but I just wasn't really checking. About 161 million and 68 routes. I think that's a good place to end the episode here, with a lot more routes I'd have, and we can order another 2 aircraft to set up these routes. So what I'm thinking about doing is possibly doing some more offline. I might just carry on this sort of setup and then say this is what I've done outside of episode, and then I'll start actually doing some more long haul routes, because that's kind of what you want to see. But I thought I'd just do something different for this episode, so then it wasn't just the same thing repeating over and over and over again. So as I said, route network is now very, very expansive, starting to look a lot more to what JetUS was. Not quite like it, but there you go, it's starting to get there. And this time I haven't actually just got like 1 hub in major play, like 3. I had 3 hubs in JetUS, because I had the one in New York, one in Los Angeles, and then I have one in what was it, St. Louis, wasn't it? And basically we've also gone through past 2005 now, so I'm basically saying these are all the routes that we picked up from JetUS, and just put some 737-800s which we acquired from them, and put them on those routes. That's basically the way it works, but not really. Anyway, I am trying to drag this out, aren't I? So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. You've just had to start as well. Bye.